Guys,
We're
guys.
back.
Okay. I gotta step away from the mic for what I'm about to say.
Oh my.
Give me just a second.
Oh my.
We're so fucking back!
There you go.
Oh no, we can't wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
How many seconds was that? You're gonna get us demonetized.
Yeah, we had to wait. No, we had the starting.
It really matters now. Come on, no,
we're
like-
good.
That's why I waited at the beginning, and I was like, I'll step away from the mic. Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
We're back.
We
And
are back.
independent.
And independent. Yes. We'll go over what's going on with Death Battle, because it is entirely possible some of you are dropping into this going like, what the hell's going on? Because it's been a little while since you've seen a notification that we are doing a Death Battle cast. It's also on a new day, new time. Interesting. We'll see how this goes. But if you are not caught up, hey, when Rooster Teeth shut down in May earlier this year, Warner Brothers Discovery started looking around for potential buyers of the Death Battle brand, and that included us, the four of us. Hello, I'm Ben Singer. I am one of the creators of the show. I'm the voice of Wiz. I pitched the show back in 2010 and have been helping run the thing ever since. And I'm, of course, joined by Chad.
Hey, I'm the voice of Boomstick, and I'm very proud to say that for the first time ever, I am one of the co-owners of Death Battle. Thanks to y'all. You're incredible. Oh man.
And we got Sam.
Nope.
It's Austin.
Just
Austin.
kidding.
No, you. Oh, well, see from Mike, but it sounds fine to me.
Then we have Sam.
Yeah. I somehow am in the mix too. It's great. Let me tell you, this has been the best month of my life buying a brand. I never thought financial stress could be so invigorating, but it is wonderful. And yeah, man, I'm just so thrilled to be here.
I also
It's
love
very good.
that your camera is set up like we're viewing you from the perspective
Yeah.
of a dog that's excited to see its master.
Yeah,
Like, you know, like,
I can move. I can do because it's just like the guy. We could get like I'll just put him like up high, and you can just get one of these the whole. But I'm
There you
in an
go.
Airbnb because I was planning. Oh, and of course, the dog now is gonna bark. But anyways, Airbnb. I planned a vacation because I was like, well, we'll be unemployed anyways, and then this happened. So
man,
A lot of things changed the past couple weeks.
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, so we, as of literally like 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, are the owners of Death Battle, the brand, the channel, the show. We are very excited for this. This is something we've been aiming for ever since the Rooster Teeth closure. And for their part, Warner Brothers Discovery has been super helpful and gracious in allowing us to get the brand and purchase it. And yeah, we're very excited for the future of the show, because this is the first time ever that we, the creators, have actually owned it. If you're not familiar with the history of Death Battle, brief little history. It was originally pitched. I originally pitched it when I was working for Screw Attack Entertainment. And then Screw Attack was the producing company for the longest time until end of 2015, when it was moved over into Rooster Teeth Animation. And then Rooster Teeth Animation was the producing umbrella from 2016 to, earlier this year. And now we've got it. And we are very excited to get into a new era of the show. Death Battle has gone through many different companies and ownerships and iterations, and we just feel like it's so nice to finally have like the show owned by its original creators. It's so interesting to me because we've been seeing over the past couple years like YouTube creators who made a show have been like retiring, and it's been 10 years later. It's time for them to
We're doubling
step
down.
away and seek new things, and we're like, no.
Yeah,
We're
we're
doing the opposite. We're doing
Yeah.
the reverse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, it's super exciting. This is something you know, that I mean, we couldn't be where we are today without the steps that we've gone through, right? So it was all like super super helpful in like getting the show where it is today. But also, it's like it's the craziest feeling being like now that we actually own our own thing, and it's very hard to put into words, but very quickly, I do want to shout out Keep Talking for gifting 5 Death Battle memberships. So if you got a champion from them, say what's up. And then also Gelatin Man and Dude Blade X tossing out some super chats. We appreciate y'all. Yeah, so just a heads up right now. I mean, y'all welcome to do what you will, but right now we're really focused on the Kickstarter campaign, which has been crazy successful thanks to y'all. We've been very overwhelmed. Y'all took our craziest hopes and expectations and blew them out of the water and continue to do so, and there's still like 21 days left. So if y'all don't know, we did launch a Kickstarter, by the way. It's called Save Death Battle, and we were like, we need like, all right, if we get like 75k, we can bring him at least 4 more episodes of Death Battle that we already started some pre-production on, and like it'll be great. Man, it would sure be cool if we could do that in 30 days. And then on the way from my house to the studio where we were going to do the live stream for the Kickstarter, y'all had already like doubled that. We funded in 21 minutes, and currently we're at like $613,000, which is an unfathomable number. So thank you all, and y'all. I've seen so many people are like, we're taking this to 1 million, and I'm like, look, we'll go as far as y'all want to go, but thank you very much for this.
Of the Kickstarter, I see it in chat, and Adam, I'm gonna say Zilke asked, usually you guys rejected sponsors for many reasons, like portrayals of characters. Can you afford to do that now? Thanks to y'all, yeah, we're good to go, baby. This is we're good. We would still never take,
absolutely,
unless it was so painfully clearly a joke death battle. We would never like take sponsorship money like that, even if I think like all of us we were buying this brand not because we're like, oh, we'll become millionaires. We're buying it because we love it, so we wouldn't like ruin the concept of the show and screw it up just to like make some quick dollars. So yeah, I'm never gonna be a problem.
Yeah, joke is in something that actually damages the integrity of the show. Like we obviously love doing fun silly matchups here and there, but yeah, if a sponsor came to us with something wildly absurd in the sense that you guys would never want to see it, then no, we wouldn't take it. Well, I mean, unless they're offering us like $100 million,
and then we'd be very transparent. Be like, yo, we're doing this one for the money. Heads up.
I meant joke, like if the new Deadpool movie came to us and was like, we'll give you $50,000 to have Deadpool like just beat up lesser characters, and just like and it was something that we were saying like, this is not like a research death battle.
This is a joke
like
episode. This
it
is
was
a bonus episode.
It's just exactly. But yes, we're not taking money. You can't bribe us.
All heart, no skills trying though. $20
unless you do it through a Kickstarter.
All heart, no skills with the $20 super chat says, can I donate my college fund? Death battle's more important than my education. No, it's not.
It's not.
Don't do that.
I did want to hop in real quick.
I mean, it depends. What's your education for?
Yeah. Well, I mean, mine was not worth it. So.
To hop in real quick though, I think my audio should be fixed. So I want to say it wouldn't be Independent Death Battle without a couple technical difficulties. But huge thanks to Mike, who I'm sure many of you know and love, who is helping us out today.
Yeah.
Yep, Mike is back. He's here
for a few episodes at least.
Cancel any ties. Which, speaking of which, we don't have a specific matchup planned for today, because this is all happening very fast, and we have a lot going on, obviously. But we did want to talk about some of the potential matchups, as one of the reward tiers or stretch goals for the Kickstarter was you guys essentially get us the opportunity to make a rematch of your choice. There will be a poll that you guys will have access to after the Kickstarter closes, and you guys will be able to vote on which rematch, which old episode we made should be revisited for a full-on start to finish rematch, complete re-examination of the fight. In the actual stretch goal image, we have Yang versus Tifa, Ben 10 versus Green Lantern, and Master Chief versus Doomguy. Those are 3 that we've definitely seen a lot of requests for. However, we are open to the idea of other possible rematches. Thank you, Dubladex, for another super chat. You guys are going crazy.
I know,
Love
but
it.
Jonathan
And
Avery,
that one is just for
Dubladex,
Mike.
Raven Fighter 91.
There's
Yusuke
a
Hanamura.
lot.
You guys are so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, we also do want to do a quick mention that while the transfer was happening, some of you may have seen an email that your memberships were paused, or if there's any issue with your membership, like if you lost your badge or you're having any difficulty getting into the chat right now or anything like that, you can reach out to us. Let us know. We'll see what we can do. It's just a back end thing for YouTube. We were honestly not entirely sure that would happen when it was being transferred to us, so it kind of surprised us too.
Do you want to tell the fun story?
Which one?
We were were on our way down to Dallas when we got the notification that memberships got turned off, and we were driving. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We had emotional roller coaster of like an experience getting to Dallas, having the Kickstarter launch. Like we were going there, finding out shit like, hey, your channel is like, I know you just spent an astronomical amount of money buying your property, but for yourselves, but now it doesn't make any money either. And it was like, oh God, we're fucked. And then like 30 minutes later, the Kickstarter went back live, and it was like, we're saved.
It was
a roller coaster.
It was a bit of a whirlwind, but yeah, no. The second we got released, so very quick explanation is basically when we were under Warner Bros. Discovery, we got put under their like system, right, of like all their ads, and like because they get to sell like special ads at like market and things, and they make more money. So of course they wanted us, the channels they own, to be in that part of that network so that they make more money. Part of the transfer process is then that channel has to get released, and so we've just been waiting for that to happen because there's a lot of steps involved, and so we find out it's like the channel's been released. Memberships are paused. And then I was like, Ben, grab your laptop. And I'm like, we need to apply for Google AdSense right now because it had to get released. So it's been a crazy process, but we appreciate y'all. But yeah, so the part of the system is while your memberships were paused, if your membership was coming up for renewal, it would have dropped. So y'all might want to check on that. I don't know if your badges will be reinstated or not. I will say that we've already talked to YouTube about it. They said they'll do whatever they can to try and help this process. Also, shout out to YouTube for reaching out and being like, hey, we noticed you did that live stream and monetization's off. How do we help? And we're like, we're just waiting on y'all's approval now. And they're like, we will make that go faster. And I'm like, great, thank you.
Yeah. So long story short, just let us know if you got any issues getting the membership back to what it was for you. But thank you for everybody who stuck through all of this with your membership, kept it going. We really appreciate you guys still being here, still supporting us through that. And of course, now the memberships, before obviously memberships still did benefit us, right? Like
indirectly,
benefited the show,
but now
for sure.
Yeah, it benefited the show. It benefited the brand overall, the channel. All the memberships were still tied to, or all the funding and whatnot from the memberships was still tied to the Death Battle channel while under Rooster Teeth. But now it literally does go to us because we are the owners of the channel. So there's no middleman anymore. So it's more direct than ever before. So your support absolutely 100% goes directly to us, and then of course the rest of the team. We have been very busy talking to the team that made the show last year, the season 10 team essentially, and working to make sure we can bring back as many people as we can to start working on episodes for the ongoing future of Death Battle, because thanks to you guys, we not only have those 4 episodes coming up, we have more after that.
Many more.
It is so sick to get so many of the people we like have worked with for years and love. Like people are contracted and working on Death Battle right now. Like we're going full steam. So it is all thanks to y'all. It is really cool. Also, while we're talking about memberships, we do know there's a weird thing because the Galaxy tier or like $9.99 tier, I believe it's $9.99.
Yep.
Used to attach it to Rooster Teeth's first membership. And
that's gone.
That's not a thing. So we obviously know that's a thing. We don't want people spending extra money and not getting something extra. So I'm sure we'll talk about it. We're going to start doing the fireside chats we used to do for all of the members. So it'll be a members only stream we'll let you know when it's happening soon. And I'm sure we'll probably talk about that and what y'all want as a community, and if there's something we can add to that tier or figure it out. But we're not just gonna like
Or
not give a extra thing, or
maybe it's just
figure
that
something
you want
out.
to support us at the level. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll be clear about it for sure. But totally understand those that were at a $10 tier. If you're gonna jump down to the 5 or whatever, totally understand.
Again, we're the owners of this as of like a little over 2 weeks ago, so it has been a lot, and we are still working on building this up into what it is going to be under this new ownership. And so memberships are one of those things we absolutely want to revisit, make sure that you guys are getting what you deserve for being so generous and supporting us through that membership program.
Speaking of, I know we need to talk about this stuff, but there's been so much support, Ben.
Yeah.
Mark X with 5, all heart, no skills, secondary education degree with minor in music theory. And so still not as important as death. Oh, I don't know, man.
I think educating people is.
Thank you for the super chat. They also donated to Kickstarter. Thank you. Gelatin Man going crazy. You want Tracer versus Scout too because it was kind of poo poo doo doo trash? Sorry, dudes. Thank you, Gelatin Man. We'll keep that one in mind.
Gelatin Man, a champion and a true, honest gentleman.
Sonic Psycho. Yeah. Jovi with, is that $50? Oh my god. Thank you. They're thinking about possible alternate endings for a stretch goal equality, like maybe.
Oh, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah, Chad Lewis gifted 5 memberships. Y'all, this is, oh my god, Art of the Carrot gifted memberships. Y'all, we need to actually do the show, but this is crazy. Joseph C. And wait, there was one more.
To be fair, there's
a lot.
Yep.
Catch up Death Battle Cast in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because we haven't even talked about how, guys, we just hit 6 million subscribers.
Oh yeah.
Also that.
Yeah.
Man,
Like,
it's been a couple weeks, huh?
It has been a wild half month these past 2.5 weeks. There's so much has happened, so much is going on. It's hard to even keep up to some degree. And again, so much of it is thanks to you guys, your support and your generosity, and just the freaking hype that you guys have brought to us getting Death Battle and bringing it back. So I do want to talk a little bit about what the future of Death Battle holds, because I know there's been some questions about we talked a little bit about this on the stream, the live stream when the Kickstarter went live, but I want to make sure you guys who weren't able to tune in or maybe missed it because it's an 8-hour stream,
Right.
are aware of the plan moving forward, or at least the plan as of now. So the original plan was, if we get 75K, we can finish 4 episodes that we've started. Different degrees of started for each of the 4 episodes. We announced 2 of those episodes during the Kickstarter live stream or on the Kickstarter itself. Omni-Man versus Bardock, Bowser versus Eggman. Of course, those of you who voted for last year's Tournament of Champions will know what one of the other 4 episodes is. So those 4 are what we are starting with, right? Because we've already started those, and we are working on finishing them. Again, they're at different points in production. Each one is at different points, but we should be able to finish those and get those up first. And then after that, the intention is to keep going. Thanks to you guys just blazing past the 75K goal. There's no problem. We should be able to get to jump into production for the rest of the episodes right away. And then we are going to start releasing them on a monthly basis. The idea being that we want Death Battle to be able to be a little more flexible in its release schedule, and also go throughout the whole year, as opposed to the seasonal release structure that Rooster Teeth did. So Rooster Teeth, for the vast majority of its shows, produced it on a seasonal production and release structure, creating a specific window of time in a year for production and a window of time for release. It's typically how TV shows are made, right? But we're not making a TV show, and Death Battle doesn't need to be produced like a TV show. So we want to jump into it with the intention of making it a more regular thing, a more frequent thing, a more flexible thing. So that is the intention of the once per month, at least for 2025. We'll see. Maybe there can be more in 2026. I don't know. We'll find out. We're still figuring that out. But for the time being, our intention is 1 per month in 2025. We're also like I mentioned, dropping the seasonal structure. So seasons 1 through 10, we're ending at season 10, and from there on, it's not going to be seasons. And I know some people have been wondering, like, what do we call each quote unquote season now? Well, we've been just referring to it internally as the years. So I kind of like the idea of calling what releases in 2024 as Death Battle 24, what releases in 2025 as Death Battle 25, and so on. So in Death Battle 24, you'll be seeing some of the episodes, if not all the episodes, from that initial 4 group. And then we will move into Death Battle 25, because our plan is to start releasing episodes this fall. I think we could do it.
Oh yeah, no, we're on
given,
track.
how you guys have helped.
Also, if you add the 20 on it, it sounds like we're from the future. Death Battle 2025. You know, like
or
it's great.
like a yeah. Two things with that. I believe that we previously had announced that we were going to 10 episodes a year. For those of you who are good at math, 1 a month is 12 episodes a year, so we're actually bumping that up from our original production plans. And then yeah, I mean, the other thing is, you know, Ben, we'll have to talk about that naming convention, because if we become like Android live forever robots, eventually we're going to hit a place where we come back to Death Battle 24 again. So maybe the 2024.
That'll be a problem.
Yeah,
here
but
in
wouldn't it
Century.
be cool if, like, 100 years from now, we're at Death Battle 1? And then
Yeah.
the whole Xbox thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you think this season to year structure is bad, remember we're not Xbox, and we have to fumble the ball that hard, because I literally don't know what the newest Xbox is. I got no clue. They all are named so stupid. Once again, thank you so much, everybody, for your super chats and stuff.
Yeah, we've been reading them all. Thank you.
It's been a lot. There's been a lot of good questions in here. A lot of people
Speaking of which,
just on their favorite matchups.
keep talking. Wants to know, will animations be longer, or are you keeping the short animations for fights?
They're short animations. What are the short?
That's what
Had
I'm
to do
curious.
us
Yeah.
like
Anyway,
that.
I
Fucking
mean, yeah, we're
rude.
shooting for like the same quality of Death Battle that you've been getting the past year, and then, you know, hopefully taking it to the next level in some ways.
Yeah. So our intention with these first 4 episodes in particular is we want to make sure that you guys have been pledging and supporting us to bring Death Battle back. And so we want these 4 episodes to be Death Battle, the Death Battle that you know and love. Maybe in 2025, we might explore some you know, adjustments and changes and whatnot, but we're not looking to reinvent Death Battle from the ground up or anything right now. We just want to make sure that it comes back and that you guys are excited to see the show that you've been excited for. So that's the goal right now. Yeah, the fights themselves, we are aiming to match the quality of last year as much as we can. And I think I know a lot of people were talking about last year as some of our best episodes we've ever made. So it's a high bar to try to meet, but we're hoping to keep that quality going up. And I mean, we have some incredible animators working with us. You know, we've already talked about how Devil Artemis and Moro are working on 2 episodes. But of course, you know, we bring back Luis Cruz and a bunch of the other animators who worked on the show last year. So I think we should be able to match what we did last year and then some. I think it'll all work out pretty well.
Yeah, plus y'all unlocked a live action fight with Ismahawk, so that's gonna be rad.
Live action fight with Ismahawk, a hand-drawn fight with Luis,
Torian's
and
coming back
an
for an
episode
episode.
that Torian is working on. Torian back on Death Battle for the first time in years.
Yeah, which I think all of us are super
So
excited to have
about.
him back
Yeah.
for an episode. It's gonna be so cool. Do y'all plan on doing things like the champion ballot and tournament champions? Yes, we actually did the first new live recording of Ballot Banter last night. We'll be doing them Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Central. We're going to be recording them live if you're in the Discord, which all members get into the Discord. And so that'll come back. And as far as tournament of champions, yes, we will do. I'm not saying we're doing the exact same thing, but we'll almost
be
certainly be
something
doing
like that.
something similar in the future. But obviously, first, we kind of want to finish our promise of the last tournament of champions. So, yeah.
Yeah. I love live action. Dynamite Riper wants the live action to be Light versus Columbo. That would be
I
a
think
wild one to do live action.
That would either be the best choice we could make or the largest squandering of an opportunity. It's one or the other. It is nowhere in between for sure. It's either going to be amazing or why did you guys do this? But no, don't worry about Light versus
I don't
Columbo.
even know what this super chat or whatever is that Kronos Unleashed just posted. I don't even.
It looks very special.
What is the 10?
Let's
What
talk
is
about
that?
Gojo versus Tiki Mick. That could be interesting. I watched all of T-Gray, man, in like a week. It was crazy. But yeah, that's one we could.
I guess I don't know how YouTube works. What is the 10 with the balloon?
That's their 10th super chat. That's what the.
Oh,
it's their 10th one.
okay. Because
No, I think
it's
it's. I don't know.
as well.
I think you get to
Yeah.
choose
Also
how
had,
cool it looks when you throw that much at it. Thank you so much, Kronos.
Yeah.
Yeah, another guy, random. Oh fuck, I lost it. But they asked about, Arthur Boyle versus Black Star, which now I have my favorite answer, which I put in the chat. According to Austin, we're gonna have at least another century of Death Battle left, so it seems likely we'll get around to it.
No stone.
Apparently.
No stone unturned.
Once it's don't worry, it's coming DB 2024 2. You'll get there.
No, it would be 21D.
Oh, 2030 24. Yeah. I can't wait to these cyborg parts so I can like know simple things.
Energy the Fox. Do you guys plan on bringing back Ben and Chad reacts? I liked seeing those. Yeah, for sure. Like we posted all the ones that we recorded, or we still have more to post? I think so. We're good. For those that don't know, Ben and I have been rewatching the entire catalog of Death Battle and talking about it.
Yeah, we had some things in the hopper before you took a hiatus, so we got to sort things out and then get back to posting some of it. So
yeah, I believe those were membership pieces for members. So we will be continuing to roll out content for champion memberships as before. If you want to see those membership exclusive videos, the $5 tier membership, I believe, is the one that gains access to all the member exclusive videos on the channel, and we're going to continue posting those moving forward, just like before, with the hope that, you know, now that we own it, maybe there's some like weird shit that we try out later on, and like, oh, the members might, you know, be a good group of people to test some of our ideas with and see what they think of it, and then we might share some stuff like that with you guys.
We can be a lot more flexible. I mean, to kind of, you know, sausage talk, if we want to approve something, the four of us get in a room and we vote, and if we say yes, that's it. That's all we have to do. It's just when it's approved, do it. So yeah, I think we can definitely get experimental. We're definitely going to be focusing on, you know, getting Death Battle up and running first and foremost. But I think after we're in a comfortable place, you might see us play around with some pretty fun or maybe weird ideas. We'll see how.
I've seen a lot of people talking
people
about.
in the chat seem to really like the idea of getting weird. So get ready to see
get
some
weird with
shit.
It.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people asking about Light Columbo in the chat too, and like, don't worry, that will be almost certainly an example of getting weird. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
Don't want to spoil what that's looking like, but we have talked about ways to make Light versus Columbo something a little different than a normal death battle, because it's not going to take up the like slots, I guess you could say, of the death battles that have been being unlocked through the Kickstarter so far. But it is going to be its own special thing, and what that is, I think y'all are going to be pleasantly surprised. It's going to be very fun. Okay, so in terms of rematches, though, because that's kind of what the thumbnail of this thing and the title is about, right? We haven't really talked about potential rematches. I saw some people in the chat talking about like Yang versus Tifa and how maybe that one's not the best rematch because they'd rather see Yang go up against somebody else like Bakugo or Vi, and then Tifa go up against somebody else like Makoto, I think it was. Yeah, that's absolutely a good way to think about it. We don't, like, just because we are going to do a rematch doesn't necessarily mean that like we wouldn't do those other matches with them, but we obviously don't want to like have like a Yang rematch and then like literally 2 episodes later another Yang fight. We want to spread those kinds of things out. So that is maybe a good way to think about it in terms of like, if you want a rematch coming up soon, because this would be probably in 25, I would expect.
Potentially.
Well, yeah, it would probably be in 2025. That may be a good thing to think about. Other potential things in 2025. Oh, Combat Kid, Mewtwo versus Shadow, I think would be a good one. That's one we haven't.
I've seen a lot of
mentioned
Mewtwo
before.
Shadow. I've seen a lot of Bayonetta Dante, which I hadn't really considered a lot, but people point out they've both had multiple games since that episode, and they've both changed a lot. So I don't know. That one could be interesting. Also, Gelatin Man question from Gray Julius: will Wiz and Boomstick be animated the same, or will there be differences? As far as like the art style of Wiz and Boomstick, I don't think we have any intentions of changing it. What?
You cut out for me.
Nope. Keep going.
Sorry.
Keep going.
Okay.
That's that.
As far as the art
secret
style,
answer you will never learn about.
No, we're not like gonna just change the art style if that's what you're asking. But you might see less of Wiz and Boomstick animated in the 2024 episodes. We'll see. We're still making them, but we're not gonna like. It's not like we don't own that art or something. We still have those models. We will still use them.
Yeah, absolutely. You will still be seeing Wiz and Boomstick, and overall, absolutely. Yeah, the next time you cut out, just keep going as if nothing happened.
So
It'll be like the mystery part of the podcast. Nobody will ever know what was said.
I cut out though.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I didn't have audio at the top. Things happen.
You're on that vacation internet.
Yeah. Welcome to Independent Death Battle. I mean, to be fair, even when we weren't independent, sometimes like things would just cut out randomly. Welcome to the internet.
Gavin says rematch of Beast versus Goliath. There you go. The episode that happened because Ben and I
Beast
just really
versus
wanted
Goliath
to
is a
talk about
rematch?
gargoyles. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've seen that one.
I love Goliath, but
That
I don't
one.
know,
I was just gonna say, Netflix bought the rights to Gargoyles live action, so whether or not they make it, I don't know. But
Right, that's been floating around for like over a decade.
Yeah, we could
even when we were making that episode, I remember seeing news about like some company getting the rights to it. You're like, oh, they're making this, Chad. This is going to be cool, and then not hearing about it for years. I actually think I understand the Beast versus Goliath one, because the fight in particular of that one was not great, because we just have them basically roaring and slashing at each other. We didn't even get voice actors. This was like pre-Rooster Teeth, I believe. So this is like early Death Battle when we didn't have voice actors, wasn't like a regular thing, because Screw Attack wasn't like for that.
We also had to do
Rooster
that
Teeth was like all about it.
Right? Like,
yeah, we had to put that one together pretty quick. And that fight absolutely could have obviously benefited from voice actors and a fight that is more so about the social interaction between the characters, because that's kind of their whole thing, right? Which is they are incredibly powerful physical brutes with genius intellects and incredible dialect and orators, right? So not having that second part in the fight obviously is missing a huge key to their characters. So I could definitely see that as a rematch. That's an interesting one.
We always get the joke of like, oh, do this fight as a rap battle. That would be the one I would pick for that.
okay. I mean, we
really? I mean, I guess so.
I just think about like trying
battle.
to find a Kelsey Grammer match to rap for Beast is like so funny, and they both
Keith
do
David
have, like you said,
match?
they have the like
pretty good
vernacular, the lexicon to really get into that. So
spit
I don't
those
know.
bars,
I just think it'd be fun.
like,
Yeah.
Clever wordplay. I've seen a lot of Sephiroth Virgil, which I personally, as a Final Fantasy fanboy, I wasn't, I was pretty happy with that result, but I would love to see that because I mean the fight in the first place was like beautiful, amazing soundtrack. It was great. I know there's been a lot more content, especially I think Virgil's got another game, potentially another one coming out in like 2025 somewhere. But that could be a pretty exciting one for me in particular.
Yeah. Get a question from Solo Patella with a super chat said, will you guys be able to introduce more Persona characters since we only had Mitsuru? Would love to see more. I mean, maybe. The one thing about it, so this was something that was really, really interesting when we did like the Reddit AMA announcing like, the fact that we were independent. A lot of people were just like, now that you're free, like what matchup were you never allowed to do or whatever? And it really wasn't like that at all. Like, we had pretty much like mostly all creative control on like what matchups we wanted to do and things like that. So like now that we're independent, it's not like the veil is like we can now do all the things we've secretly wanted to do. It's not really that at all. But we're definitely open to doing more Persona characters and stuff. But
yeah, Rooster Teeth or Warner Brothers for that like never really stopped something. Sometimes they would question our judgment on like, the most niche fight in the world, where we're just like, hey gang, I know we want to do these 2 book characters, and they're like, really? And we're like, yes.
You want to spend how much on Smokey?
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, they all were questionable decisions. So.
I do think it's important to emphasize that like Death Battle would not be in the position it is without Rooster Teeth's like understanding of the show and their trust that we could make the show and grow the show. Because I mean, you could look back on the Screwtech era and the pre-Rooster Teeth era, and I think there's a pretty clear point when things started greatly improving in quality, and that is in that season 3, season 4, season 5 mark, when Rooster Teeth started helping build the show up. And then we got voice actors more frequently. We were able to bring in musicians. Like Rooster Teeth was essential in building us up to where we are today. So I don't want there to be any sort of misconception that they were trying to like bring the show down or limiting us in some way. Like they were a huge help in making sure that not only could Death Battle get to a point where we are now, but also like it personally on my end, like revitalized my whole like, I don't, what's the word
Passion?
for this?
Passion.
Yeah, perspective of the show. Because there was definitely a period pre-Rooster Teeth that I was like, I'm getting kind of tired of doing the exact same thing over and over and over.
And doing all of it by yourself.
Yeah, that too was very difficult.
We had animators at that point, but yeah, sure. I think all of us can agree that like if we would have just stayed Screw Attack, Death Battle, or none of our shows would have gotten to the level they are now. Period. Like there's just no way.
There was a very different production philosophy between the 2 different companies, and Rooster Teeth definitely fit something like Death Battle a lot better.
And we met a lot of amazing people that are now part of the team.
And learned to
absolutely. I mean, like I said, we became part of Rooster Teeth Animation. When we worked with like Kruby or like Camp animators or things like that wasn't us bringing on a guest animator. That was us just working with the team that we were with. So we've met so many cool people and learned so much from working under Rooster Teeth, Warner Brothers Discovery, AT&T, Otter Media, Fullscreen. Death Battle's actually jumped through ownership like 7 or so different times. It's been kind of wild.
Oh yeah, if you count restructurings and mergers, good lord. Yeah, the list, it's like a scroll, just rolls right out.
We have seen a lot in terms of, it is fascinating to me how as new business owners, right? Like we're all, I feel like, this may be me getting a little too confident here, but I feel like we have way more experience than people our ages normally would in this context of like understanding how this kind of thing, how this sort of media and like business thing works. So that's one of the reasons why we felt so confident in buying Death Battle and knowing that we collectively have enough experience and understanding on our like specialties in this industry that we could absolutely get this thing going, so long as we get that initial Kickstarter boost thanks to you guys. So
and I think
we have a lot of trust. We have a lot of trust in each other and our teams and the people who are working with us. So we feel very confident in Death Battle's future because of that. It's very exciting.
And that's a great segue to our first ad read. This episode is brought to you by you. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing.
Yeah. Thank you for kickstarting us. Way more than we ever thought. It is incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kickstarter's currently live, 21 days left. If you want to back it, that's amazing. We appreciate it. If you can't, that's totally okay. Help us spread the word. Put it on social media. Tell your friends, tell your parents, tell everybody. Let's see. Oh man, so much support coming in. Y'all are crazy.
I saw a question about solo leveling characters in Death Battle. That was actually, we had a couple thumbnails from that in last night's Ballot Banters. In solo leveling versus, I can't remember the fucking Sword Art Online guy's name is, But yeah, I mean, there's nothing.
Kirito?
Yeah, Kirito. There's nothing we're not gonna consider, especially in that. Like, yeah, we're gonna consider it. It's just we'll see. You know, there's also a lot of cool ones. And somebody asked like, why are you guys doing Kratos Astra even though it didn't win Tournament of Champions earlier? And it was like, because a lot of the team really wants to make it, and it's probably gonna be cool as hell. So it's like that's like a lot of the decision process too. It's like if we think it's gonna be cool as hell and like we're aware of solo leveling, like that's usually the thing. We have somebody in the team has a really good core concept of how they want an episode to be, and a lot of times that's one of the big reasons it'll get made, is because it's like it doesn't necessarily matter like, oh, this is from a brand we don't know. It's just like, oh, that's a cool ass idea, we should make that, is usually what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, obviously the matchups that you guys suggest are the key factor to us, deciding on episodes to do. But yeah, if one of the staff has an idea that they're really passionate about, we love giving the team that, that option. Not only doing that matchup, but also like working with that person to develop an idea that is kind of unique or really leans into certain themes of the characters. That is something that I think we did a lot more of in season 10. We've always done it, but like that was one of the reasons why I think season 10 is so well liked, is because we had a lot of people get really passionate about specific matchups, and we just kind of like aimed that passion and was like, go for it, man. Do what you want with that, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously, we still need it to fit within the death battle focus of what the show's trying to do, but it's still one of my favorite things about the show, that we're able to do that at all.
Yeah, and I mean that's why I feel like so many of the episodes feel so distinct, is like Billcord was a really big Billy thing, like you, Ben, were so big on Superman Goku.
Can't imagine why.
Scourge, Scooby Courage was like really big with Luis, and like obviously there's always a researcher in every fight who's passionate about either or both characters, and they also bring a ton to it in educating the episodes as well. And so yeah, I think that's like why season 10 feels so distinct, is because each episode has like its own group of passion drivers behind it.
Yeah. Captain Strange, so is there any reason you haven't used Pokemon that much? I know we're getting one for episode 200, but with how fast the popular Pokemon series, it always seemed weird there wasn't used more. No, I mean, like, we did Goro Machamp before that, and then, like, there's no, we're always down for Pokemon, and one of the things we were talking about for rematches, Pikachu versus Blanca, because Ben and I were laughing, and we're like, pretty sure if we redo that one, Pikachu just absolutely obliterates Blanca, but that would be a fun rematch.
It would be fun.
I forgot we talked about that.
I think we know who wins. I will say though, there was, for like back in 2016, I think a lot of people were scared about getting copyright claimed by Nintendo. But that's kind of, well, I would say calm down, but not so much.
Yeah, they did have that period of time where they were just shutting down a lot of YouTubers.
Yeah, we did get a quite good question from Kenja Rex about the Kickstarter. For Gold Requiem tier and higher, how long will the video chat with Ben and Chad be? Have we publicly stated that? Do we have an answer that we want to give today, or should we wait to answer that?
Oh, how long will the chat be?
Yeah.
Wait, is this for? Oh, this is for the matchup.
Yeah, this is for Gold Requiem. This is for the like pitch your matchup to Ben and Chad.
I believe we're talking about like 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how many we need to do in a day and whatnot. Because
we're getting a lot.
One of the things about that is we really underestimated how many. We knew you guys would show up, right? Or we had confidence that like plenty of you guys would show up and help, and we were really hopeful for that. But we did not fully expect how big like you guys would show up, how much you guys would show up. So a lot of those rewards are based on, they're limited because they're based on things we have to do, like
how many posters,
signing posters, making individual videos, meeting up with you on a Zoom call or whatever it will end up being. We can only do so many of those while also making the show. So you guys just blasted through those. We added more, but you guys continued to just knock those out of the park, which is awesome. Yeah, we definitely underestimate you, Apom. But we want to make sure that we don't overdo that number of rewards, so that we don't have to like try to squeeze so many in that we don't get enough time with you guys, right? Because we do want to make sure that these calls have enough time for you to explain your matchup idea, give some ideas, and then we want enough time to have a back and forth, right? Talk a little bit about ideas that you have for it, what you kind of envision, like what you would like to see from such a matchup. We want it to be more than just you give us a matchup and your pitch and that's it. Like we want that to be a bit more open-ended so that you can I've seen to us about it.
Multiple people in chat today saying they're already preparing their PowerPoint, which I do think is a great way to enter these conversations, to be like, all right, I have my argument ready. Here is why I think this episode will be great. Also, I did see Adam the Mango asked, no, it's not necessary, but it'd be fun. Adam the Mango asked, so if Kratos Austria can happen, does that mean that other losing Tournament of Champion matchups can happen? Yeah, just because a matchup doesn't win the Tournament of Champions doesn't mean like we blacklist it forever or anything like that.
Yeah. Sorry, too bad. You had your chance.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kronos, loud and clear on the D Gray Man fight.
I have heard
Thank you for your support.
A lot of similar questions about, like, hey, how do I do this? How do I get to vote on the rematch? How do I submit my matchup? How do I tell you what shirt I'm getting? How do I tell you the address? We're all pretty new to Kickstarter as well. I don't think any of us have experience running a Kickstarter campaign before. But at the close of Kickstarter,
SGC 2013.
Yeah. There you go.
Over a decade ago.
Yeah.
The information's old.
At the close of Kickstarter, you'll receive what is called a backer survey. And that's going to ask you all the questions that we need to get, all the information we need from you in order to fulfill all the rewards and everything. Yep. So that'll be coming at the close of the campaign, just to kind of
so
blanket
keep an eye on
answer
your email
that.
That's associated with your Kickstarter account.
Yeah.
I saw the chicken asked, which death battle in the past do you think has the opposite outcome in 2024? Like we just mentioned, I don't think anyone is more apparent than Blanca Pikachu. I assume at this point, Pikachu just
I think there is one. I think there's one that we have kind of talked about before. It's Thor versus Raiden.
Well, that one doesn't change.
Oh, sorry, for opposite.
Yeah,
opposite,
I was like,
that would have the opposite outcome. But yeah, Thor versus Raiden now is, if you include, because the thing I talked to researchers a little bit about this, he merges with Liu Kang to become Fire God Liu Kang, so it's kind of like a fusion dance. And that character being half Raiden is, I still bet you Thor takes the cake.
No, Thor much.
Like, I mean,
unless you're doing like a specific cartoon iteration of Thor. I did want to point out
like,
Cook
X snaps and makes a black hole. He's strong.
Yeah, Cook X84 does a super chat asking, a binge of the ballot banters, and it's been expressed that fan servicey anime like Keijo. Is it Keijo or Kaijo? I can't remember.
Keijo.
I watched this show.
It's
I can't remember
Keijo.
how it's pronounced. Keijo. It's super fucking funny. It was such a funny
butt
show.
Wrestling one, right?
Keijo and High School DxD can't be done. Ben did say don't take such things at face value, but it was a straight up nah situation. So something about ballot banters is they are very much just off the cuff. People just giving individual opinions. They are not necessarily. I would say no opinion that is expressed in a ballot banter is an outright 100% opinion for the company, right? So if somebody in the ballot banter says like, I don't really want to do that matchup, that doesn't mean all of us don't want to do that matchup. Anything is possible. I think it would be super fun to bring in Keijo. If you're not familiar, that is like basically volleyball with your butt and superpowers.
And chest.
It's super funny.
And chest, Ben.
Oh yeah. You can only hit the ball with your butt or your boobs. That's it.
Also,
it's very fun.
I've been in every episode about banners, I'm pretty sure. And I think what we've said multiple times is that those shows are more difficult and trickier to do for a lot of reasons. But just because we say something's challenging doesn't mean, like, I mean, we've done a lot of episodes that are painfully challenging to create, but it doesn't stop us, right? It's just like they're a little trickier because you have to be a lot more conservative about your editing cuts because you don't want to get demonetized because it is just TNA for 20 minutes. Like there's a lot of considerations to go into it, but it's not off the table. Especially like high school DxD, I know has a huge following. There are cool characters from it. Fan service aside, there's some dope shit happening. Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of ways we could take something like that.
Yeah, Captain Strange was asking, do we need to have anything prepared for the video chat if you back that level in the Kickstarter? Nope. Like, if you want, I know some people are like, I'm working on my whole PowerPoint presentation. That's fine if you want to do that. That's cool. But like, yeah, no, if you just want to show up and be like, hey, this is what I'm thinking, and this is why I think it'd be cool, and we can just chat about it, that's totally fine. Don't feel like you have to have a whole like presentation set up. Yeah.
Is Keijo wrestling? Maybe I'm getting it mixed
Yeah,
up.
they fight each
I thought it was
other.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a while. So, Jet Ray, you ate a cat. Probably should not do that. That's a bad idea. Robert, Master Chief versus Doomguy rematch, please. That is one that I personally think would be pretty freaking dope.
Yeah.
That one maybe gets my vote.
I did too.
Yeah, that's going to be the horror. Like, we don't get a vote in this. It's y'all's vote, and I'm going to be. I mean, I will be campaigning on the Discord for what I think is the right choice whenever I've made up my mind. But it's y'all's vote, so we'll see what we end up making.
Speaking of which, everybody here who's been sending us super chats, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. I would recommend maybe focusing on the Kickstarter at the moment. that is right now, I think, our main focus. Although if you are jumping in as a member, of course, you will be getting the membership content that is exclusive to our $5 tier and up. So
in the
there's
Discord,
plenty of ways to support us. It's gonna be kind of weird for me. I'm not like the hugest, like, it's not easy for me to like ask for money, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
I don't imagine this being a regular thing where I'm like, hey everybody, go donate to a Kickstarter or our memberships or whatever, because I feel weird saying that. But yeah, we're definitely focusing on the Kickstarter right now a lot, and we would love for that to succeed even more than it already has. Although, I mean, it's obviously like amazing how well it's already done, right? Like, we're by no means disappointed at all in any of that performance so far. It's been amazing. But yeah, man, now you know what? That does remind me. I was notified before doing this that there's a certain thing that all the real streamers
What?
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
do. Yeah, there's a certain type of pull. Now that we are independent streamers,
I don't know what's happening.
I don't either. He's going rogue.
I know, I'm a little nervous.
Cut his speed. While you're setting that up, I do want to say, I know this has been a
Are
little
you
bit
subscribed? Let us know if you are subscribed.
Hold on.
Because if you aren't subscribed,
Are you subscuba?
are you subscuba? You can only watch this channel if you are certified subscuba.
What?
Only 5% of our viewers are subscuba, so make sure you are subscuba. I'm gonna take that.
I do see that. I see that constantly. The people, the channels that are like only 18% of people who watch are actually subscribed. I don't know what ours is. I can look at it later, but still,
I don't.
Subscribe.
Just
if you haven't.
the talk about asking for money made me remember, like, oh yeah, like normal YouTube channels do this. We should do this, right? And like, whatever.
I did a joke yesterday online when we hit 6 million. I was like, YouTube, do we get diamonds in 4 more million? Anyways, but for some reason it actually kind of made
when
me
is the
think,
diamond
shit,
one?
It's at 10,
10?
and I was like, fuck, I kind of do really want that now,
right?
Like, so it would.
All right,
be
everybody,
great if you
subscuba.
subscribed.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
subscuba.
Let's get diamond.
I know. I want. We need that play button that says Death Battle on it. We don't have that.
How much are the? We need to figure out how much the plaques are. I know you can order replacements, but like in the work, I would like one at my house, and I assume. Like, can we call and be like, could you send us 4 of those gold bad boys?
Yeah, right. Oh, I'd love to have. Yeah,
well, actually, Ben, you have the original one, right?
Lucas says, Ben, please help. I'm subscuba right now, and my oxygen tank is running out. We're gonna better subscuba again.
Yeah.
You know, every time you subscuba, you get a little bit more oxygen. You just got to keep subscubaing.
I was gonna say, I know.
Okay, sorry.
I know this has been kind of a different episode, so if anybody is here and they're like, "What is happening?" Death Battle Cast. We're gonna return to a
That's
regular
fair.
format next
Yeah.
week probably. This has kind of been like a cast fireside chat hybrid, I would say, and also fireside chats will be coming back. Just give us a little bit of time to work that schedule out.
Yeah, I'm here to lurk. Said how to be match episodes. You'll get once the Kickstarter has closed, you'll receive an email from us via Kickstarter about how to vote.
Yep.
And all the information will be there, but you're not going to get anything until the Kickstarter's closed, because that's how this works. Also, Gelatin Man, handful of people have asked about Five Nights at Freddy's 10-year anniversary. I feel like you think you can bait us into revealing an episode with a super chat. We would never fall for that. But obviously, yeah, Springtrap versus Junko is like the big suggestion. But there's a lot. Five Nights at Freddy's is surprisingly, and there's a couple of researchers that like love the idea. So maybe one day put that on the wiki.
Absolutely. Another rematch that I know has been talked up a bit is Vegeta versus Shadow. Curious what you guys think. Would that still go the same route, or?
And I've seen Mewtwo Shadow a lot too.
Yeah, we did mention Mewtwo Shadow earlier, but like bringing a Dragon Ball character against a Sonic character, like Goku versus Sonic is obviously one I've seen requested before, but like the rematch of Vegeta versus Shadow is, I think, kind of an interesting idea. Get that Super Saiyan versus Super Shadow. That was
pre-Rooster Teeth, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, pre-Rooster Teeth. That was the first death battle that had voice acting.
Really?
Because I went to Team 4-Star and was like, hey, I don't have money for you guys because I was told I can't have voice actors, but I just want to do it anyway. Are you cool with this? And they're like, fuck yeah, let's go.
May 9th, 2011. That's what I was like. I remember us doing it. I just didn't remember how. Yeah, that's an old one. That could definitely, I'm sure, use
old death battle, old school one.
That could use some polish, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it's completely, it was never in date, right? Like it approaches the Super Saiyan form like completely differently than literally any other Dragon Ball fight we've ever done. So yeah, it's wildly different. So re-examining Vegeta, because we haven't even had another just Vegeta. Oh, we had Vegeta versus Thor. Yeah. Which is good. I'm glad we had another Vegeta fight. That's much better. But yeah, bringing back Shadow vs. Vegeta could be kind of fun. Yeah, and making it like an Archie one, that could be interesting.
All right, let's see. Man, we're already like at time pretty much. This is crazy.
Right.
Oh my gosh, we are. So we are still doing Champion Cast, kind of running through the schedule for Death Battle Cast moving forward. We are going to be doing this Thursday at noon Central Time every week from here on out. Just seeing how that goes, because that live time works better for us. The VOD will be going up same day. So today, the VOD of this episode, if you want to rewatch it or you missed a part, you want to check it out, or you just prefer to watch Death Battle Cast this way, it will be going up tonight at 6 p.m. Central. So you'll be able to watch it at your leisure at that point. I believe we're also going with Spotify and other audio places, right? As before?
Yes, but they might not be up as fast as this one. If that makes sense. Yeah. Those
still figuring that out, but we should.
The distribution tools for those platforms sometimes take like 48 hours, something like that. So they won't be up as fast, but the YouTube one will be back up later today.
Yeah. So same day VODs. And then Champion Cast will also be up. Oh my gosh, wait, that goes up at the same time, right?
6 p.m.
Yeah. So Champion Cast will be up at 6 p.m. as well. So you no longer have to wait a full day to get the members exclusive extra bonus cast. You can get it the same day that evening. So listen to Death Battle Cast in the morning or at noon, and then Champion Cast in the evening. Yeah, I know there are a lot of other questions regarding like the Kickstarter and stuff. There's a lot of questions regarding what Death Battle is going to be like in the future. We are going to be, like Austin said, running Death Battle Cast as normal from here on out. getting specific matchups in. We'll bring Liam in to do some ridiculous, arguments. But we will absolutely have time for questions as well, and answering, clearing up anything that you guys are curious about. We'll also have some. I want to post like some updates on the Kickstarter itself, clarifying any questions you may have. So feel free to leave, if you have some questions, feel free to leave them in comments on the Kickstarter. Questions regarding the Kickstarter, leave them in comments under the Kickstarter, and we can answer those in the FAQ or the updates on the Kickstarter page. Guys, the Kickstarter has been doing super well.
I was going to say, you can also message us directly on Kickstarter. You can message the Death Battle profile with any questions that you have as well.
No gelatin man.
That's right. Hey, that's another one that's been a long time since. A lot of things have happened since Justin Bieber versus Rebecca Black. Their careers have changed drastically.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever doing anything like that again.
No, that is. We'll tell that story another time. The history of why we did Justin Bieber versus Rebecca Black, because that is the reason why it's very different from literally any other death battle, and there's a reason why we never did it again. All right, so thank you all again so much. I know we keep saying it, but the support you guys have shown for the Kickstarter has been incredible. The champions coming in and new memberships throughout this whole Death Battle cast has also been incredible to see. Would love to see where this Kickstarter ends up going, how far you guys are willing to take it, because like we've been saying, we're down to take this Kickstarter as far as you want to go. Like, it'll keep going. And we have over 20 days left, which is
crazy
to say. It feels like it shouldn't be that many days.
Also,
yeah.
I got a text from Christina that says, I couldn't become a member because I forgot my password. Please pass it along that all these matchups are lame and we should finally do my fight.
Wait, which one's Christina's
She
fight?
didn't say. Which one?
Christina, we can't do your fight if we don't know what it is.
I mean, I feel like she was definitely the lead for Wonder Woman She-Ra, but I don't think that is what she means.
Scuba diver versus submarine.
But then she followed up with Ismahawk should do Jackie Chan in a house full of furniture versus Kevin McAllister with 24 hours to prepare.
That's kind of a heater. That's
not bad. That's not bad at all.
That's actually kind of cool. That's actually really fun. Oh my God. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to the first independent Death Battle cast. Very excited to get into some heated matchup debates moving forward with this show. And then who knows, maybe we'll try out some, like you mentioned, weird shit in some of these episodes as well. Very excited to see what we can get away with now that we own this Death Battle channel.
And of course,
all right, go ahead and check out the Kickstarter if you still haven't seen it. There have definitely been some updates to it, and the stretch goals and rewards and whatnot. So you didn't miss that. So check on that.
Also, thanks to Mike for coming back as our TD. It's
Thanks,
nice
Mike.
to have. What a hero! Nice to have him back.
What rematch do you want, Mike?
Put him on the spot.
Perfect.
That was exactly what I was hoping for.
All right. As always, we will see you all next week. Take care.
Bye.